Hello everyone and welcome to the lecture number 3 of series C programming for problem solving. In this video lecture we are going to revise the lecture 1 and lecture 2. Along with this we will also see how to write a good C program. So without wasting time, let's start. So in this video I will be explaining you about the Turbo C compiler. So let us understand this. All red colored, you can see that there is a menu bar: file, edit, search, run, compile, debug, project, options, window and help. So here if you press the alt key and then if you press F key, then it will open the file command, file window. If you press alt E, then it will open edit window, right? So you have to try using only keyboard option and avoid using mouse. So this is a better practice for programmers. So I am creating a new file first. First of all, you have to check the extension of the file is .c. So again, to save this file I will press F2. So F2 is the shortcut for saving. So alt F, then save as. So let us give a program a name, good program .c. So you can see that the file name is changed. Now first of all, let us comment the aim of this video lecture. So aim of this video lecture is revise 1 and lecture examples with different examples. Then we will also see how to write a good and we will also see which students do. So this is the aim of this video lecture. So first of all, always remember, include all the header files. Check the spellings, capital letters, small letters. So stdio.h, standard input output .h, then hash include console.io.h, right? So in general you require these two header files. Then program for collecting data. First of all, declare all the variables which are required. So I am declaring suppose int, then take care of capital and small letters. If you have declared variables in small, you have to use it in printf and scanf as small letters. So suppose I am having id as my first variable, then suppose next is age of employee. I am declaring some float variable as, let's say, gender, to enter id, right? And see always that you are giving a semicolon after a printf function, char float int clear screen. Then I am scanning this, scan F. Check the spellings, everything is in small letters. Check the spellings, check the syntax, logical as well as your syntax error, whether you have misspelled something, because most of the time there are problems of spelling mistakes, right? So please do not do any spelling mistakes. So inside this scanf function, since the id is of integer type, I am writing %d. So there will be no other text in scanf than %d. Then since it is of integer type, I am giving ampersand here and followed by a variable name. So always check how you have declared that variable, capital, small, spellings, everything. So now it is declared as it is. Now it will take the ID from user. Next, Again, just to look it better, you can give some additional spaces in your code just to separate out each printf statement from other statements. Then printf. Now I am asking user to enter the salary. Enter the salary. And if you make any mistake inside the double quotes, then there will be no problem, because the text inside printf will get printed as it is. Alright, so scanf. Now percent in double quotes percent f, because it is a salary, it is a float variable. Then ampersand salary semicolon. You have entered the salary. Now we will ask for gender. So printf, you can combine both the statements that enter your name and gender. So the sequence of declaring variable does not matter. You can declare gender first, then name, or name first and then name. You have to just remember that you have to declare the variable first before using it. So that's the only catch point. Then scanf. So there will be no text inside the scanf, only %d, %f, %c or %s. Now since you are asking user to enter name first, so I am writing %s for string, comma, then ampersand, not ampersand, there will be name. Now we will have to print this data in a proper format. Let us select a tabular format. So I will write printf the details entered by the employee are as follows. Again \n, double quotes, round bracket, semicolon. Now to use or to print the details in the tabular form, I will use /t, \t, so that is ID. Then I have to print, let us say, name, again \t. Then I have to print the gender, again \t. Then I have to print the salary, again \t, double quotes. Now all the variables, so these are the headings which you want to print. So now we will print the value of these variables. So below ID, ID is of integer type, so %d, right, then /t, then after that name, so %s, then gender is %c, and then salary %f, right, then followed by the same sequence. First ID, remember that ID has to be small because you have declared it small. ID, check the variable names as it is, followed by name, comma, then gender, comma, then salary. Right, and finally get ch to get the character, and you can see that I have given curly bracket exactly below where you have given the starting bracket. So you can see this. So first of all I will save the program before running. Always remember, save the program before running. So I am saving it. So shortcut for running the program is Control F9. So, or you can press Alt R and then enter. right? The program has run with no errors. So employee ID, so suppose employee ID is 12, then I am pressing enter key. Enter salary, suppose salary is 23,000. Then name and gender, so Mangesh, and gender is M. Since the gender is declared as a character, I will be putting only M. Even if you put MALE, it will only take M variable, right? So you can see the details are printed. So something is not right in the entry. So let us identify the errors. It is very important that how you debug your code, how you identify your code. So let us check what mistakes we are doing over here. So it is not appearing below it, right? So why? Because we have not used new line character after this, right? So in this way it was appearing on the side. So let us run the code once again. So employee ID, so I am entering 12, salary suppose 44,000, name Mangesh, gender male. Now you can see it is correctly printed 12, then name Mangesh, gender M, salary 44,000 rupees. Since it is declared as float, it is showing so many numbers after decimal point, right? If you want only 2 decimal places, so you can change this percent point to F, right? Let us run the program once again. ID 12, salary suppose 23,000, Mangesh M. Now you can see only 2 decimal places are there, right? So in this way you can identify mistakes. Now very important part is how to identify mistakes. Now this program has run without any mistake. So if you carry out some mistakes, what it will result you? Let's say if you capitalize this I, let us run the program. What happens? See, you can see one error, that unknown preprocessor directive include. So the compiler is not ready to understand what is include. So based on this you can go to this line and then keep it here. Suppose you make any mistake over here, studio instead of stdio. Let us see what is the error. See, here it is, unable to open include file studio.h. So the compiler is not finding that file. So again you must go back to here and then see what is the error. So you must identify your errors also. Similarly, many students give semicolon after the main function. This is very common mistake that you students do. So if you give semicolon over here, it will separate your main function and the body of main function. So let's see what error it gives. So see, you can see declaration terminated incorrectly, means you have not declared the body of main function correctly. So if you press enter, you will go somewhere over here. So you have to remove this. Many times you forgot to give round brackets. Let us see what is the error. See, the size of main is unknown, or declaration syntax error. So you only have to focus on errors. So there are 2 errors, declaration syntax. So you have not declared something, or there is some syntactical error, right? Most of the time if you do not give semicolon over here, if you give semicolon over here, what happens? Let's see. Undefined symbol age. If you put semicolon in between this id and age variable, it will separate age variable, so it is saying undefined symbol, right? So it is comma, always remember. Suppose if you forgot to give semicolon over here, let us see what it gives. Two errors: declaration syntax error and undefined symbol salary, right? So if you do not give semicolon over here, it is also giving you error in the salary, because these two statements will join. This statement and this statement, it will join together if you do not give semicolon. After giving semicolon, it will end that statement or end that line of code, right? So that's why this semicolon is very, very important. So again, if you do any mistake in this clear screen function, let us see what happens. You can see there is a linker error. Whenever this linker error happens, you are in the trouble. So many times you need to save the program and rerun the program, rerun the turbo compiler. So that is also very, very, see, this is blocked. I am not able to do anything now. So for that, I am saving it, Alt F. See, save option is also disabled, right? So in that case, you will be opening this file. I don't know whether I have saved it or not. If you have not saved it, your program is gone. You have to write it once again. Let us say whether I have saved it or not. Open. What is the program name? It is good program, right? Good program. So let us see how much I have saved it. Thank God I have saved it. So now you can see it is saved or it will run. Now let us understand, suppose if you do not give this ampersand over here, what will happen? See, one error. Again, it is a linker error. CLR CR is module. We have not corrected that code. Again it is coming. So again go back to file, open, and you open that good program.c, and first change this CLR SCR. So this linker error is dangerous, right? So now I have corrected it. Now let's see whether it runs or not. It is perfectly running, but let us see whether it takes the value or not. So I am giving you employee ID 12, salary as suppose something like this, name is Mangesh, gender is M. See, there is no ampersand in this ID, so it is declared, it has affected salary also and ID also. So it is displaying you some random garbage values. So always remember that you have to add ampersand here. After adding this, it will run smoothly. ID 12, salary 123, name Mangesh, this M, right? It is again come back to smooth just like before. So that's why this ampersand is very, very important. So now let us say accidentally you give ampersand here in the string. What happens? Let us see, 12, salary is 1 2 3 4 5 suppose, M. So it is still displaying my name correctly, right? So in some compilers it may give you error, in some compilers it may not give any error, right? So just check which compiler you are using. Next, anything may happen in this, you misplaced or you do not write one variable, you missed to write the third variable here, right? Let us see what happens. First of all, I will save the program. Right. Shortcut for saving the program is F2. Shortcut for running the program is Control F9. Right. Or you can use keyboard also directly. Alt R and run. ID 12, salary 1234 M. So you can now see the salary as 0 because you have deleted that variable. So it is showing you 0 0. So that could be one of the problem, you miss some variable, right? And now I have already discussed if you do what happen if you do not write get ch. So you already know that program will pause here, right? So this is, in this way we have covered successfully the various aims of this program. We have revised different data types, right? We have taken an employee example, and we have seen how to write a good readable program. Then we have also seen various basic mistakes which programmer or a student do, right? So whenever you are programming, just see the spelling mistakes. You are not doing any spelling mistakes. You are declared the variable and used the variable same as it is. Capital small letters you have to check. You have to check the syntax, right? So I hope you understood this lecture. And again, the mantra for success is practice, practice and practice. Thank you for watching this lecture. Have a good day.